Reggie here, your friendly neighborhood bodybuilder and comic book collector, and I want to welcome you to another one of my live streams. This right here, what you're watching right now, is the Ready, Set, Go preview show. And in fact, it is the 100th episode of the Ready, Set, Go preview show, a show that I do every single Sunday night at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. And during this show, we attempt to do a couple of things. Over the course of the show, I try to talk about some news and some current events, things that are on my mind and possibly are on your mind as well. I give you a preview of the content that is going to be coming out from my channel over the course of a week. And then I also give away a cool slab from our friends at Go Collect. And above all else, this live stream is an opportunity for us to come together as a comic book community and honestly just enjoy one another's time. One of the things that I hear from people is that they look forward to this show, not only because they get to hang out with me, but they get to hang out with the folks that are in the chat right now. And so if you have never participated in one of my live streams before, if you're watching this on replay, I want to encourage you to try to swing by and check out one of the live streams. If you are in the live stream right now, and this is your first time, I definitely want to encourage you to say first time, put your hand up and be acknowledged by myself and also the blue wrenches that are here in the room that help me to essentially moderate some things that are going on. So let your voice be heard. As I always tell people whenever I'm doing a presentation at work, don't be shy, let your voice be heard. So if this is your first time here, I definitely want to encourage you to put your hand up, let folks know so that you can be welcomed. I also want to give a huge shout out to Cody K. Cody K is the newest Patreon member. I absolutely appreciate your support, my friend. I sent you a personal message earlier today. I actually send, as soon as somebody joins Patreon, as soon as I have a moment, I always send a personal message, just basically welcoming and thanking people for supporting the channel. So I definitely want to acknowledge Cody K because they actually signed up earlier today, so it's like fresh on my mind as I stared at the note here in front of me. I want to say hello to some comic book soldiers here in the room before we get started. Some scrolling through all the names. I see 2021 New Age. It is good to see you, my friend. I want to say, brother, I was watching, I think you unboxing some cards or something like that earlier today. And I took note of that fine wood grain table that was on your Instagram page. I actually have a similar table here where everything is set up. You guys don't see it typically because the computer, the webcam, all that stuff is set up and bolted to this table. But I took note of that table and I was like, that looks very familiar. I don't think it's the same one, but shout out to my man, Doug. It is good to see you, my friend. Doug does a really good job of putting out some blog posts every single week on my website, regiecollects.com. So shout out to him and shout out to his brother, Dave, as well. Super talented family over there. Pretty fine for a Filipino guy, is a comic soldier reporter. This dude is constantly feeding me all kinds of information. I definitely appreciate you, my friend. A blue wrench right here, Matt Woods. It's good to see you, my friend. The OG is in the house, Tina, and she is giving thanks to my man, Kevin, who is also a newer Patreon member. He actually attended Garage Con and hung out with me and several other people. He sent a fantastic AOK to me to pass on to the comic book community and also to a very special person, that being Tina. I sent the book to her. I think she likes it. Tina likes shiny things. So as soon as I unpacked it, and you guys will see this video at some point, as soon as I unpacked it, I was like, I know which book Tina is going to get. But as a reminder, man, this is the other book that Kevin sent. It is Crisis on Infinite Earths #1, a 9.8 with white pages. We are giving this book away right now on the Instagram machine. So if you are on Instagram, all you have to do is to make sure you're following me there and tag 2 friends. And in about a week or so, I'm going to do a random drawing and I'm going to give away Crisis on Infinite Earths, thanks to my man Kevin. And I don't see his name in here, but as soon as I do, as I'm square, he is right there. But this dude right here, he hooked it up, man. I definitely appreciate you, my friend. Rocket Games is in the house. Andrew is in here. We already said hello to Kevin. Anthony is in here. Anthony Shortbox, how you doing, my friend? DB is in the house. Alan, another Patreon member. It's good to see you, my friend. Oh, there he is. There's the other brother. If you guys haven't seen it, I'm going to just be honest, right? The Mandalorian is super dope. The Mandalorian actually endorses Regie Collects. All right. He endorses Regie Collects. The Mandalorian believes in me. Mind you, the Mandalorian was being worked by Dave. But still, the Mandalorian endorses Regie Collects. It's good to see you, my friend. Scrolling through the names here. Master Blaster is in here. Oh, he's acknowledging some of the fire that we've been dropping as of late, the comics to go storage boxes and also the hoodies. We've been on a little bit of a roll, man. We've been on a little bit of a roll. And I definitely want to thank all those individuals that were able to pick up the hoodies and also the comics to go storage boxes, of which I have a massive stack back there. And for those of you that have been asking, I have done a couple of test runs with my signature on the comics to go box, and I'm just trying to wait to see how it's actually going to wear. These are the same pins that I use to actually sign the exclusive variant from Regie Collects that I rolled out a couple of months ago. So I did a couple of dry runs, if you will, here. I did it in black, white, and then I also used it in and did it in yellow. And I'll be honest with you, I like the white and the yellow. The white and the yellow to me are pretty dope. And so if you are curious why my signature actually looks like that, I actually recorded a short video on the Instagram machine. So if you're curious, and I know Lee Atkins was asking me about my signature several months ago, I recorded a short video to explain why my signature looks the way that it does. Wes is in the house. How you doing, my friend? It is good to see you. Congrats. Thank you very much. I definitely appreciate that, my friend. Nosh is in the house. It's good to see you. Oh, there he is. My man, Sully Two Kings. DC Dude is in the house. Geek is up in here. It's good to see you. My man Joe is in here. Welcome, everyone. Las Cruces. I think that's how you say that. It is good to see you. We'll just call you 1971. 1971. It's good to see you. Adam is in here. Daniel, Jerry, how you doing, my friend? D-Best in the house. It's good to see you. Scrolling through the names. Quest Dog is in here. It is good to see each and every one of you wonderful people. I appreciate you guys. And again, a lot of really cool stuff going on with the channel. And I will tell you, I absolutely appreciate all of the wonderful support that you guys are providing by watching the videos, by commenting on the videos, by liking, by following, by buying the stuff that I'm putting out there. The goal is to constantly put out some really good stuff that not only I can be proud of, but actually is stuff that people enjoy, right? The worst thing you can do is to have somebody spend some money on something and they get it and they're like, this is not worth the money that I spent. That is not what you want. So shout out to you guys. One other reminder I want to give you guys is on Instagram. I actually recorded a video. I think that it's still up there. It's in the story. And I actually talk a little bit about international shipping, because I've been getting a lot of questions and comments from people about international shipping. So I actually recorded a very short video on the story in which I talk about international shipping. As a reminder, what I do is for the things that are sold on regiecollects.com, we actually ship to Canada. We also ship to the United States. We don't ship beyond that. I don't ship beyond that. And then when you start to look at the individual companies that I work with, to some degree or another, I allow those companies to dictate where it is that we limit ourselves in terms of shipments, because it is expensive to ship things. And so if you are curious as to why certain limits are in place, if you check out that video on the Instagram machine, I think a lot of your questions will be answered. So one of the first things that I want to talk about is my children are being put down by my wife upstairs. One thing that I want to talk about. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. What is this? What is this? Hey, Give a Game, running out of space for floppies. I'm thinking of getting some books digitally, just stuff I want to read and not to collect. Which app should I subscribe to? Comixology, DC, or Marvel? Depends on what you read, brother. I'm a big fan of, honestly, this is just me. I'm a big fan of the Marvel app. I'm a big fan of that. A ton of stuff. I read primarily Marvel stuff, so that's what I go with. And again, the stuff is free, right? You pay for your subscription, and I think it's, what is it, 3 months after it comes out, which is not a crazy amount of time. You have access to the stuff. What is it? The DC, I think DC shortened theirs to like 3 months, I want to say, as well. So they're pretty similar. And Comixology, I just tapped into that 7-day trial that they gave for a little while and just read a bunch of stuff that way. So Regie Worldwide, I wish, brother. I wish, my friend. All right, so let's spend a little bit of time, because I went ahead and saved. What is this? If the signature lasts on the box, will you hold a CGC signature event so we can send the boxes? I don't know. I need to think about it, to be honest with you. Well, let me say it this way. What I am thinking about doing, if the whole signature thing works out, what I am thinking about doing is putting together a little package, right, that includes the signature and some other stuff with the box, right? So that's what I'm kind of thinking. Now, the question of, will I take the box back to sign it? I don't know. I need to noodle that, to be honest with you. I need to give thought to that, because it is a lot to get stuff from people, to sign it, to send it back. It's a lot. It's a lot to it. So I need to think a little bit about that one. All right. So bear with me as I continue to process through. So I want to get to the very first thing that is on the list today. If you guys remember, in Q4, I was providing various updates on different cons that were supposedly going to happen. And there were a lot of people that were still trying to do everything that they could do. They were talking to state government, they were talking to local government, they were talking to health institutions, trying to put some protocols in place in order to do some cons. And we thought that there were some cons that were potentially going to happen in December. And there were a lot of people that were like, even if you do it, I'm not going, which I respect, right? And there were some people that were like, check it out, I want to go to a con. I miss cons. I miss dealing. I miss buying stuff. I miss getting signatures in person. And so there were other folks that were like, let's just do it. Let's just do it safely, right? And so I was providing these updates as to what was happening. And some of those cons did not happen. And I will tell you, there were some small local cons in various parts of the country that actually took place. I mean, some Yahoo in the San Francisco Bay Area actually did something called Garage Con that was pretty successful. And I don't think one person got sick. And we actually had that Yahoo had a pretty good turnout at GarageCon, and a good time was had by all. So it is in that spirit. It is in the spirit of maybe things getting back on track that I offer up this from Newsarama. This is a summary that this writer, Chris, I think this guy's a pretty solid writer. He puts out some good stuff. He basically has pulled together a list of all of the upcoming comic conventions in 2021 and beyond. And what he is actually doing is internationally, he has pulled together this list. And so I'm not gonna talk through some of the things that he talked about here, but he basically says, pay attention to the local guidelines and what's actually happening, blah, blah, blah. But you can see here that even in January, there is a con that is supposedly planned for January 17th in Florida. Who knows if that's going to happen? I have not bothered to check these individual links, but there is one that is supposed to be happening in January. There's a little bit of a gap in February, but then you can see here, March, there are some that are taking place in England and Australia, in Virginia, the Commonwealth of Virginia, up in Canada, and then Anaheim, and in Mexico City. And then in April, you can see that there's a larger group of them that are actually going to be taking place again all around the country, including my home state of Michigan right there. It's Cape Town, South Africa. And then as we get into the summer months, you can see May, There's a lot in June, including June 24th, which is my birthday in Illinois. Wizard World is actually going down. Little Patrick Stewart there. And then July, August, you can see again, there's a full list of these things. I'm not going to scroll through the whole thing, but if you go to newsarama.com about 6 days ago, there is the full list. And the big question is, if cons happen, what will it take? I am curious. What will it take to get you to actually go to a con? And again, if you're like, there is nothing, it ain't gonna happen, I respect it. Some people might say, I need the full hazmat suit, I need the goggles, all that kind of stuff. Doug is saying, Reggie, do you go to San Diego Con? Brother, I am not a con goer. I'll be honest with you. I went to WonderCon. I did WonderCon because I got an invite from CGC. So I went and hung out with CGC at WonderCon. So I did that. That was cool. I enjoyed that. I was trying to get a signature and meet Jim Lee, but I was tired. I took a nap and I slept through the whole thing. But that nap, I will be honest, it was wonderful. But will I go? I don't know, man. I'll be honest with you. If I can go and maybe get an exhibitor badge, I actually might go. Mind you, I'm the guy that's also gotten on a plane and flown down to Florida when Florida had a huge outbreak in COVID, because in my head, if I am taking precautions, if I'm wearing my face mask, if I'm doing all this kind of stuff, I feel pretty comfortable, right? I'll be honest. If you haven't been on a plane lately, I will tell you the planes are the cleanest that they have ever been since planes started going in the air. I'm gonna be honest with you. You can like lick the seat and it's like super clean. I'd actually think about it. She Spawn is up in here. It's good to see you, my friend. Scrolling through, what is the website again? This is Newsarama. Newsarama is one of the news sources that I actually trust to not put out a bunch of gossip and stuff like that. So I like Newsarama. That is my site. Scrolling through, Benjamin is like, I need a con now. Chuck is trying to get me to do an RV tour of the Garage Con. I think it might be called, Double Wide Con at that point, brother, if we're going to put it on wheels. Scrolling through, we do a geek garage sale. There you go. D-Best is in the house. Scrolling through some of the comments, Pretty Fly is like, yep, cons. Support artists, they need the money. These are facts. These are facts, man. If everyone is vaccinated, I might go. I've been having a lot of debates and discussions with my family and also with my, people that I work with about the vaccines and all that kind of stuff. And I'm not gonna dig into that one here. I'm not gonna dig into that one here because that is a very interesting one right there. When is Garage Con was actually in November, man. We did Garage Con in November. I want to say it was the week before Thanksgiving. My weeks blend, so it might have been before, could have been after. I don't remember. Good time was had by all. I had a good time, and I think it was either Master Blaster or Matt Woods that was basically like, that we have reached the end of our time here. Like, I was honestly having a good time, and I had to be reminded that the time period had expired for GarageCon, but I had a good time. So scrolling through, what is this? Doug says, I'll be at NYCC if it happens. That place is crowded, man. That's a busy one. Scrolling through the comments here. Let me see. What is that? No. All right. So here. No, I don't endorse nor condone seat licking. It was an expression to basically say that I have never seen planes cleaner in my life. Mind you, I'm still not taking my shoes off and walking around like I've seen people do in the past, which is, here we go. They're saying something really small outside, perhaps. I respect that. It looks like Joe and Doug B are going to try to hook up in NYCC. Oh my goodness. We are a family show right there. We are a family show. Scrolling through, there you go. 2021 was there. He knows what's up. Scrolling down, what was that? Newsom. Talking about Newsom. No, man, we didn't do that. No, we live we live in the hills, what used to be an unincorporated part of the city that I live in. We do our own thing up here. I mean, there was a lady up the street here that had a cow not recently, but within recent years had a cow. We do our own thing up here. You know, it's like a don't ask, don't tell kind of area up here. Let me Oh my goodness, you guys are hilarious. Let me see. What is this? Raging Cajun 3 times a year. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, brother. Do you know how much work that one was for me? I will tell you, my man Jerry said that he's like, can you please do it when it's warmer? Because Jerry actually showed up with his wife, and I think it was like his wife's birthday around that time. And I had the heater set up, and Jerry and the wife at various points were like, you know, pretty cozied up to the heater. And he's like, can you please do this in the summer? So we may end up doing one in the summer. What is this, Chuck? What is this, Chuck? Would love to see Heroes Con, but I think they would need to wait until the fall. There you go. I see it. Scrolling through, what is this? Jeffrey, thank you, brother, for supporting the channel. He says, received my Gibbon Gang hoodie. Got it fast. You are very welcome. You are very welcome, my friend. What I'll tell you, brother, is that my general feeling is this, my friend. If somebody spends some money with me, I want them to be happy with the experience. I want them to be happy with like the time at which they get their tracker, the time at which they get their item. If they are due a refund, I want them to get the refund. When they get the product, I want them to be happy with the product, right? So I spend a lot of time like thinking through this stuff, and I don't get it right all the time. I'll be completely honest with you, but my goal is to, more often than not, to get it right, to have people be happy with what it is that they have received from me. So if you bought a hoodie, if you bought a Comics to Go storage box, I say thank you to every single one of you guys that have supported the channel. I absolutely appreciate it. But what I will tell you, man, I'll be honest with you, if some of these cons happen this year, there is a chance I may show up at some of these things, especially if I know a dealer or vendor that's there, so I don't have to like wait in line, because I'm not a huge fan of like crowds or waiting in line or any of that other kind of stuff. But it might be nice to just get out there and see some people. And even with GarageCon, it was not, I did not enjoy wearing the mask, trying to talk to people. You know, I'm a big fan of, if I'm going to engage, I want to look you in your face. I want to talk to you. I want to press the flesh, if you will. And the mask is just, it's just an encumbrance. It's an encumbrance. But if that's what it takes for us to be able to engage, you know, then mask up, man. Mask up. Keep your distance, and you know, give elbow bumps. There you go. So let me keep working through the comments here. What is this? Regie, would you fly up to Niagara Falls Con in Canada? Brother, if the great people of Canada can put Regie on a flight, then Regie it probably would be cheaper for me to fly up there than it would be for me to mail things to you guys. That's how expensive stuff is going up there, and I really don't get it. There you go. Face shield. I have one of those, I'm gonna get one of those misters, right? That hangs over my head and mist out, and it'll be hand sanitizer. Just mist out, just kills everything that comes close. CGC, yeah, they do, and that's the big question, man. The big question is, will CGC actually be doing cons in 2021? That's like one of the big questions, right? So what I'll be doing now that I've seen this list come up, what I'll be doing is asking the folks over at CGC whether they're actually going to be doing any cons, because you guys know they originally, what was it, in 19 they did like 50 some odd cons. In 20 they were going to cut it back to like 35 cons. I don't know how many they actually ended up doing, so who knows what 2021 is actually going to look like. So we will see what's going on. What is this question here? 1G, it's 1G. What, in your opinion, was the best year for comics? I'm obsessed with 1983. So many great Bronze Age for that year. You know, I'll be honest with you, man. I don't think of comics in that way. I don't think of comics in terms of year. Like I honestly, outside of like Amazing Spider-Man, I don't know if I could be like, yeah, this was the year, you know? I don't think in those terms, right? But if you believe that 1983 was a great year for comics, I say go for it. For me, I tend to think of them in terms of ages, right? And so for me, as an age, I am more of a silver age guy, which spans, as you know, a healthy amount of time. That to me is a period that I enjoy, right? And if I had to put a year to it, whatever year Amazing Spider-Man issue #1 came out, what was that, 1963? That would be the year that I would pick. But I'll be honest with you, I don't know if I know of a single other book that came out in 1963. I just know that that's when Amazing Spider-Man came out. And if I'm wrong, if it was 62 or if it wasn't 62, it wasn't 64, I think it was 63. So I'll just stick with that answer. All right. Scrolling through. What was that? There was a question there. Oh my goodness, you're a nut. You are a nut. Scrolling through. Let me see. Scrolling through. There was a comment here and I missed it. Oh man, there was a comment and I wanted to read it and it got away from me. Sometimes, what year did Turok 1 come out, brother? Don't get me started on that one. Scrolling through. Let me see. Okay. All right, cool. All right. So let's keep it moving. So we talked a little bit about these cons that are supposed to be coming up again. Who knows whether any of these things are going to happen? There is WonderCon that is actually supposed to be taking place. I think that was in March. I actually did WonderCon in 2019, and again, I had a good time. I wouldn't mind going back. I mean, the proximity of the hotel to the convention center was really great. Like I could go back and have a meal, and also, as I said, take a nap. So I enjoyed that con. I definitely go back there again. So we'll see whether these cons actually happen this year or not. So fingers crossed. One of the other things that I wanted to spend a little bit of time talking about is honestly a rumor. There have been a lot of rumors that have been going around, especially about those actors and actresses that were part of the Marvel Netflix series. There was a lot of talk going on about those folks. Specifically, people are saying Charlie Cox is going to reprise his role as Daredevil. The actor that played the Punisher, I don't know what his name is, but he's super dope. He may be coming back as the Punisher, so I'm super excited about that. I haven't heard anything personally about the other actors, right? So part of what caught my attention about this next, and it is a little bit of a rumor report, but what caught my attention was that people are at least talking about some of the other folks that were part of that Netflix series, and it's specifically the actress that played Jessica Jones, and I loved the Jessica Jones show, mostly for the actress. I thought she was incredible. My wife actually sat there and watched some of the stuff with me, but there are some rumors out there that potentially Miss Ritter is going to reprise her role as Jessica Jones in the upcoming She-Hulk show. And I think Jessica, she had a baby not that long ago, so she may be ready to go back. But this article actually highlights that she has basically said that she's done with it. And so if the rumors are to be believed, in 2019, she's saying she's done with it. Now in 2021, she seems to maybe be open to things. So we will see. And I will tell you, all caveats, this rumor actually comes from somebody on a scooper on the Twitters. Came from a scooper on Twitters. I went to try to find the actual tweet. I was unable to find it, but I'm also not that good with the Twitters. So you have to forgive me for that one. But let me see if I can find the paragraph here. where is it? Let me see if I can find it. One of those. Yeah, they were basically talking about She-Hulk. And weeks after Kevin Feige himself teased certain characters were set to show up in the series due to the courtroom nature of the show, one prominent rumor circulating online suggests that Kristen, I think that's how you say it, Kristen Ritter, could soon return as Jessica Jones, a role she previously played in the self-titled Netflix show. The rumor comes from the Twitter scooper. I didn't know that that was a thing, the Twitter scooper. And so I went to that page at Daniel RPK, and I could not find anything. But again, I'm not the best at Twitter. And so this article that is on comicbook.com actually talks a little bit about Miss Ritter, who said that she was basically done with the role. She says, I mean, it's been quite liberating. What is it? The character of Jessica is just so, where's the exact part? Where is the part? Hold on. Let me see if I can find the quote here. See if I can find it. And maybe I missed it. Maybe I skipped right over the quote, but there was a quote in here where she was basically like, I am done. I am not interested. Do I think I'll play it again? I don't think so. I feel like I've played her, I feel really good about it. I feel good about closing that door. And this is something that Ritter actually said in 2019. So, I mean, let's be completely honest. A lot has changed in the last year or so. A lot of actors, actresses, creators have been out of work. And so even the guy that played the Arrow has changed his opinion, right? He was not going to do anything else with the Arrow, walked away from the show. And then, wasn't working. It's like, hey, let's make some magic happen. So people are prone to change their mind, especially when their circumstances change dramatically. So I'll be honest, again, I thought she was a great Jessica Jones. I'd love to see her come back. And my chat has frozen up, so bear with me as I attempt to unfreeze myself. And see if I can get this thing to actually work. So I don't know if you guys are into the Jessica Jones show, but again, that is a show that I would absolutely love to see come back at some point. So scrolling through, I have a feeling that Kevin Feige would like to cast his own actors for those roles. Maybe. The reason I say maybe is because if you believe some of the rumors, he has gone on record basically saying that for the role of like Cox, he absolutely loved that guy, right? He says that he was a great Daredevil. And I don't know what the ratings are because I don't think that Netflix discloses the ratings, but you'd have to think about it like the Daredevil show and the Punisher show by and large were well received by audiences. I don't know that I've ever heard anybody say anything negative about those shows, unlike maybe the Jessica Jones show, the Iron Fist show, the Luke Cage, you in the Defenders. You'll hear some mixed reports about those things, but I don't think that I've ever really heard anyone say that Daredevil wasn't good or Punisher wasn't solid. People will say I liked one season versus another season better, but I've never really heard anybody say different. But it's Kevin Feige's universe, man. Who knows what he wants to do? I mean, I think they actually sold a lot of the stuff from the set. I think they showed a lot of that, the wares, if you will. So who knows? Scrolling through, what is this? I heard Kevin actually liked the cast of the Marvel. That's what I heard. I heard that he actually liked those folks. So we will see. We will see what actually happens. Did somebody do a super chat? So here, as a reminder, like when I'm sharing the screen, I can't see any of that stuff. So and then it disappears after a while. So I'm scrolling up and I don't see it. If somebody dropped a super chat, I am very appreciative of that. I'm certain one of the Luke Cage was fire. I'm certain the music was fire. I'm certain that one of the Blue Wrenches has acknowledged that, but I will also say thank you for that. I absolutely appreciate it. I could not see it, so sorry about that. Let me see what else you guys are talking about. What is this? Luke Cage is tied up on that other show along with Misty Knight. What other show? They're doing another show? He was doing that. It was like a paranormal show or something like that. The guy, I don't know what his name is. I was following him at one time on Instagram, but I like that dude, and I was following him on Instagram, and I think he was doing some show about the supernatural, and I can't remember what it was called, but I want to say I watched like maybe 5 or 6 episodes or something like that. So I liked Luke Cage, not crazy about Jessica Jones, Iron Fist or Defenders. I like Jessica Jones, okay? Scrolling through, let's see what else you guys are talking about. Jeff is like, I'm looking forward to Moon Knight, Hack X. So thank you, brother. Absolutely appreciate the super chat, and definitely, wait a minute, I'm confused. I don't know who it was. Thank you for the super chat. Legally Burning, oh my man, super talented creator right there. If you guys aren't following Legally Burning on Instagram, I definitely want to encourage you to do that, man. He as the name implies, he burns things legally, and he actually makes artwork from it. It's actually pretty cool. He does these great Instagram videos where he's actually doing some of his work, and it's actually pretty creative. I couldn't do that work with a pencil, much less a burning apparatus, but somehow he has found a way to make some magic with that. So shout out to you, brother. I absolutely appreciate it. Scrolling through some of the, is that what it's called? Is it called Evil? I knew it was like a different kind of name. Scrolling through some of the comments. Look at Hack X. You may be having a problem, brother. I appreciate you. I appreciate you attempting to send a super chat. So definitely thank you for that. All right. So we talked a little bit about a few things here already. I have one more thing that is on my list that I want to get to, and then we're actually going to get to this giveaway. And I don't think we're going to spend a whole lot of time on this one. But if you guys remember, like Jonathan Hickman, I was super excited about the work that Jonathan Hickman was doing with the X-Men when Powers of X and House of 10, Powers of X, whatever, HOX, POX, when that stuff was going down, I was super pumped about it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I think a lot of people did as well. I remember some people saying that they went to the comic shop, they read the comic in the car before driving home. That's how excited they were about it. And it's one of those things that it's actually really refreshing to have someone be excited about the story just because of the story and not just because of speculation or values or something like that. And so following HOX and POX, they started talking about all of these titles that were going to be forthcoming from Marvel, and they were supposed to be doing them in a couple of different waves. And we got the first wave with like X-Force, I think it was X-Factor, Marauders, the Hellions. Like there were a few waves of shows, and then there were supposed to be like 2 other waves of shows of comics that were supposed to be coming. And a lot of those waves and a lot of those comics we never really saw. A lot of them were, well, several of them were delayed, like the Giant's Eyes. They were delayed, and in my opinion, not that good. And then many others were delayed, never to be seen. And so I'm not quite sure what the future looks like for the X-Men universe that Jonathan Hickman was attempting to create, and they got upended by the 19. But there was this new book that was announced, and I don't know what to make of it. I'll be completely honest. I don't know what to make of this one, but it is called, I believe, Way of X. And so Nightcrawler leads Way of X. It is a brand new X-Men team series. And I think it's, been a while since like Nightcrawler like led something, I do believe. But let me see if I can find the sentence here. See if I can find it. I wish there was a way for me to like highlight some of this stuff as I read it. Let me see. Where is it? Oh man, they actually describe this thing as like a spiritual journey that a couple of characters were actually going to go on. One of Krakoa's most religious mutants, and everybody knows that that is Nightcrawler. He's like the core, the soul, if you will, of the X-Men, will seek out a new direction and a new spiritual path in Marvel's just announced Way of X, a Nightcrawler-led ongoing title starting as part of the X-Men's line New Reign of X branding. And so this is like supposed to be like a spiritual journey that Nightcrawler and a couple of other characters actually go on. And so it is going to be interesting how, Dr. Nemesis, Pixie, Blink, and Nightcrawler, how they do this. And actually how it's received by people. Like, I really don't know how this is going to go. And if you think back a little bit to the Nightcrawler giant size Nightcrawler that came out, it was a little bit of that spiritual journey for Nightcrawler. If you remember, he went to that cathedral or something like that was in white and kind of teleported inside. And so I think this title may pick up kind of sort of from the giant size Nightcrawler. So what it says here is that Way of X is a smart psychedelic tale about faith, science, culture, love, and law. So I don't know. I really don't know what to make of this one. I saw it and I was like, let's talk about it. I don't know if people have actually seen this, but I'm definitely curious. What Jorge is like, sleeper. I don't know what to make of it. I don't know what to make of it. I hope it's a good. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, Nightcrawler is definitely an interesting character, right? I think back to the relationship between like Nightcrawler and Wolverine and how that is like just a very interesting thing. You've got a killing machine with basically an angel almost. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that is super religious, and you think back to House of X and Powers of 10, that moment where they basically sacrifice themselves for the greater good. And so it's going to be interesting to kind of see how that plays out. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be like. I don't know if folks are excited about it. I'm going to take a wait and see. So James is talking about the Nightcrawler. What was it? Back when everybody and their mother that was an X-Men had a limited series. I think it was a 4-part series that Nightcrawler had back in the day, where he was basically a swashbuckler. So we will see. I like Ultimate Nightcrawler. So there's a birthday. Wait a minute, where's Chris Bigger? Where's Chris? Is he in here? Scrolling through. Finishing out my birthday with you guys. That's what's up, Chris Bigger. Happy birthday, brother. Happy birthday, my friend. That's good stuff, man. Scrolling through. Let me see. Oh man, you guys are hilarious. No, it is good to see you, brother. I definitely appreciate you taking a little bit of time out on your birthday to hang out with the Gibbon gang and all the comic book soldiers. We actually appreciate it, my friend. Getting all of the other X titles, so have to add just one more. I respect it. And the thing is, I've actually been cutting back. On some of the X titles, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm still picking up some of them, but I've been cutting back on quite a few of them. So, because you can't buy them all. You can't buy them all. All right. So if you guys are just now joining a little bit late, no worries. You can always go back and catch the replay over the various things that we've talked about thus far. That being cons possibly coming back. We spoke a little bit about a Nightcrawler focused title that is going to be coming back, and also a rumor that Jessica Jones may be introduced, or the actress that played Jessica Jones may be reprising her role on the She-Hulk TV series. And I'll be honest with you, I'm actually kind of excited about that She-Hulk TV series because of the nature of the show with her being an attorney. there are lots of opportunities for her to represent not just villains, but also heroes as well that find themselves in a little bit of trouble. And Jessica Jones is definitely one of those heroes that sometimes gets herself jammed up. It could possibly be the drink that gets her in trouble a lot, but you know, it could be cool. It'd be cool if they actually decide to go that route. All right. So let me give you guys a quick rundown of some of the content that is going to be coming out from the channel this week. And then we will get to the giveaway of that Amazing Spider-Man. Was it volume 2, number 4, where Cindy Moon becomes Silk? And then I'll also preview for you guys the book that is going to be given away this upcoming week. So over the course of this week, I'm going to release a couple of videos. Last week it was 5. Yeah, it was 5. This week it's going to go back to the normal 4, but I'm going to release another 5 tips. And this one is going to be focused on basically how to conduct things on Wednesday for New Comic Book Day, right? To kind of ensure that you get some good books, right? So I'll be offering some practical tips. And again, when you see this, if you are an experienced collector, a lot of this may be, you know, duh. And then if you're not, it could actually be pretty helpful. So 5 tips for New Comic Book Day is one video that's going to be dropping. I'm continuing to share with you guys books that I find in my 100K comic book collection. And for this one, we are actually going to look at some 3D comics. We've looked at a lot of obscure comics up until this point, and I think 3D comics are pretty obscure. So we're going to look at some of them in an upcoming video this week. I'm also going to be doing a comic book / toy haul video. And then, of course, we are going to have the Comics Today show live on Wednesday at 7 p.m. And I'm still hoping, fingers crossed, that my buddy of 20 plus years is going to be able to join me for Comics Today. He is a CPA, and we are going to spend a little bit of time talking about comic book collecting, buying, selling, and taxes, because he is a CPA. And a lot of times, you know, people are buying and selling books. And I read some of the rules that were released by the IRS regarding hobbies and when things become a business versus being a hobby. And I'll be honest with you, I was confused. And so we are going to have Rodney hopefully on the show to help us to make sense of some of this stuff as we approach tax time. So hopefully you guys will be able to join for that show on Wednesday. And then in addition to all of that content, we are also going to be releasing a blog post from Doug B that's going to be coming out on Wednesday at 7 a.m. And then we're also going to release a podcast on Monday at 7 a.m. And if you haven't seen the Go Collect podcast, the Behind the Blog podcast, that was also released by Go Collect earlier today. So a lot of content, a lot of opportunities to hear me ramble. Hopefully you guys would check out some of this content. All right. And as a reminder, in one of those videos that gets released from the channel, from my channel, not Go Collect, but in one of the videos that gets released from my channel, I will provide you guys with a phrase. And this is the phrase that you actually need to enter the Go Collect giveaway. As a reminder, do not comment on the video about the fact that that's the video with the phrase. Right? So no jokes about the phrase. No, thanks for the Go Collect giveaway. Hey, thanks for the Go Collect sweet book. None of that kind of stuff. If you comment there, that's not good. I just have to delete your comment. Even if you say some other stuff. If you go to the community tab and you comment there, I'm going to delete that comment as well. It is like Fight Club. We don't talk about the Go Collect giveaway in public. We just get the phrase for watching the video. We enter and we keep our fingers crossed. So to that point, here's the book that we are giving away this week. It is Amazing Spider-Man issue. I think it's volume 2, issue number 4, 9.6 with white pages. This is a really cool book where Cindy Moon becomes Silk. And we are going to give this book away to one lucky subscriber right now. And I will tell you guys that last week's book has also been given away. Last week that book has already been given away. First Rule of Fight. You guys are hilarious. You guys are hilarious. Well done. Well done. And I'll be honest with you, man, it has been really fantastic. Over the last like couple of months, we have not had any issues with the Go Collect giveaway other than my occasional mistake or something like that. Things have been going really, really well with the Go Collect giveaway. So I definitely want to say thank you to all you guys that watch the videos, that follow the directions, that don't enter more than once, that don't do any of that crazy stuff. I appreciate you all. I appreciate you all. So enough of that. Let's give away some books. So let me go ahead and randomize. Well, let me roll the dice first. And oh my goodness, another 3. I think we rolled 3 last week. I think I rolled 3 last week. So we're gonna keep this relatively brief, right? If we're only rolling 3. So let me go ahead and go back and randomize this list. We're going to do it 3 times. So I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so that you guys can actually see the names, and we're actually going to scroll from the bottom up. But these are all of the individuals that were able to successfully find the phrase in one of the videos that was released from the channel this week. And if memory serves, the phrase was actually silky. Silky was the phrase. These folks were able to then navigate to the community tab. They were able to find the post in which I actually talked about this book, that being the Amazing Spider-Man issue number 4. They were able to make their way to MailChimp and plug in all of the information, including the phrase. So shout out to all you guys that were able to do that. So let's go ahead and randomize this thing. That is 1. And there are 349 people. That is 2. And the winner of this week's Go Collect giveaway is Eric G. Eric Groth. Erickson Groth. You, sir, are the winner. Erickson Groth, you, sir, are the winner. You can see the top 5 here. Just as a reminder, the only person that wins something is basically Eric. If Erickson does not claim his prize within 1 week, then it goes to the next person, Crazy 8 Comics, and then God's Perfect Idiot, 75. I absolutely love that name. But my belief is that Erickson is going to probably claim his prize before the night is out. But rest assured, if he doesn't, I will update you guys over the course of this week, and then certainly give the book away. There's a super chat from Thomas. I actually saw this one. Thomas, thank you very much. Thomas Z, thank you for the super chat, my friend. I absolutely appreciate it. It goes to a very good cause. Let me tell you that. No more wins for Rush. Rush has won more than his fair share of books. No, Rush is a good guy. I'll tell you. I think Rush walks old ladies across the street. I think he serves at soup kitchens. I think he's doing a lot of good stuff in this world, because this dude has won a couple of times. I think he actually gave one of his wins. I think he actually passed on to somebody else. So I think he's doing something right in the world. So shout out to Erickson. I'm going to assume that Erickson Groth is also a good person that is doing some good things out there in the world. So there's a question here. I think it's come up a couple of times. I did not order that book. I haven't even seen the book, to be honest with you. So sorry about that. Scrolling through some of the names here. Let me see what else you guys are talking about. Man, I'm telling you, he is doing something right in the world. I'm telling you right there, man. I'm telling you. So he's a good guy. So let me show you guys this book that we're going to give away. I kept seeing somebody in the comment section keep saying Omega. I kept seeing it. I didn't read the comment, but I kept seeing it. And I'm like, did I mess something up? And I'm saying that because this week's giveaway book for Go Collect is Omega Men. We're giving away Omega Men issue number 3, a 9.8 with white pages. And this is the first appearance of Lobo. I have this book in my collection. It is not a 9.8. So shout out to whoever is going to win this book. And as a reminder, all you have to do is to watch the content that comes out from the channel over the course of this week. And in one of those videos is a phrase. You capture that phrase, and then you tune in to the Ready, Set, Go preview show to find out if you are the winner. So 1 week from today, somebody will be getting that book. And then also as a reminder, if you guys are on Instagram, I definitely want to encourage you to tag your friends. Make sure you're following me on Instagram at Regie Collects. Tag 2 friends and you could potentially walk away with this book in about a week or so as well. And this is actually Crisis on Infinite Earths, issue number 1, a 9.8 with white pages. This is from Kevin, a new Patreon member. He sent me a couple of books, and this is a really nice book that we are going to pass back to the comic book community. Kevin, shout out to you, brother, for being a Patreon member and also for just giving me some really cool stuff to give back to people. I absolutely appreciate it. And again, speaking of trying to earn some good comic karma, there you go. So let me see. Does it come with Micronauts 1? What is this? Nice giveaway. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. There you go, DC Dude. That is the right attitude, my friend. And to be honest with you, the Go Collect giveaway is intended to just be a thank you back to people. It's intended to be a thank you back to people that take the time to watch the content. That's why the hurdle is so low, right? All you do is watch, get a phrase, you plug it in. It's super simple, and we do it every single week, right? The goal is to not make it this onerous thing, and so but yeah, I went shopping. I think it was like Thanksgiving. I'm still giving away books from that purchase. I think I have a couple more underneath the table that still have to be given away, but I spent a lot of money, man, and just having some fun giving all of this stuff. DC Dude, there have been a total of, I think, like 140 people in here, brother. You got to make some friends, my man. You got to make some friends. I actually have a video that I'm going to be recording at some point, and it is 5 tips for Instagram. I have my notes here, and I actually have a bonus tip. I'm going to do this video for DC Dude. I tell everybody, you get 1 video a year. Everybody gets 1 personal video a year. DC Dude, this video will be yours. You'll probably see it in like 3 weeks. You'll be good to go. You'll be good to go in 3 weeks for the next contest. Scrolling down through the comments here. Let me see what else Nosh, thank you, brother, for stopping by. Absolutely appreciate you, my friend. I know it is getting late over there, so thank you for hanging out, my friend. Get some rest, and see you guys in the next live stream. Scrolling through some of the comments here. Instagram, facts, bro. I absolutely love some Instagram. I love the 5 tips for making friends. And what is it? 5 tips for making friends, 5 tips for influencing people, and also winning on Instagram. That's the title of my next book that I'm going to be dropping. There you go. Thank you, brother. Grim, thank you. I definitely appreciate that. Hope someone likes the book. Man, fact. There he is, my man Kevin. That's what's up. We're going to give it away, and someone's going to be hooked up. What is this? Aren't you giving more back from the community than what you spend in blessing others? Let me read that again. I'm not sure if I'm following that one. I may not be reading it correctly. Scrolling through the comments here. There you go. Or hey, get some rest, my friend. Again, Thomas, thank you for the super chat, my friend. I'll pick up IG for idiots. Oh my goodness, you are hilarious. It would be nice if you could search multiple hashtags on IG. You actually can. You can actually search by hashtags. You can do it. If you just click on the hashtag, you will find all the posts that are recent and also in the past that are using that hashtag. So you actually can. And you can also follow hashtags the same way that you actually follow people. So you can follow hashtag Gibbon Gang. And if you click on Gibbon Gang, you can see all the posts that involve Gibbon Gang. And my goal is to actually take over hashtag Gibbon Gang so that there are no more actual Gibbons in there versus just pictures of Gibbons on comics instead of actual Gibbons. I'm trying to take over the hashtag. All right. Anyway, oh my goodness, you are a nut. All right, I'm going to wrap this thing up. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me for this show. As a reminder, a lot of really good content that is going to be coming out this week. A couple of really cool books that are going to be given away in the next few days. So I definitely want to encourage you guys to get involved, stay involved, check out the content as it comes out. And as always, if there is something that you guys need from me, don't be shy about reaching out. You can get me on Instagram, which is my preferred means of communication, at Regie Collects. And if you have to send me an email, you can do that as well on, at Regie@regiecollects.com. And before you go, check out this video.